guys, who's ready to play with some new makeups? Take a second, grab yourself a drink. I hope you're getting ready with me or unready with me or at lunch with me. Whatever reason it may be, let's hang out and do some makeup. So I pulled a lot of new to me makeup that I hadn't tried before that has piqued my interest, piqued my curiosity. I went this weekend, what did I do? I spent 4 hours this weekend organizing PR, giving away stuff, organizing my makeup drawers, etc., etc. And so it brought to my attention a lot of products that I'm really interested in that maybe aren't new now and trending, but I still really wanted to try these products. A few of these have been requested, but most of these, for selfish reasons, I just want to try this. Because I said, and I'm holding myself to it, at the beginning of the year, one of my goals was not to do stupid try-on videos trying products that I really didn't want to try anyways, just to hoard the products. So all of these products specifically, like, they really have piqued my interest. I want to try these, so I'm going to. I do have my eyebrows done. I don't have any new brow products to try today, but I am going to hydrate my lips with a lip... Why did the word slip my mind? With a lip balm that I love in a new flavor that I haven't tried. That quite frankly sounds delicious. This is the Pharmacy Lip Smoothie in the flavor, I guess, flavor pear kiwi. The one that I've been loving is honey vanilla, but I think this kiwi is new. It smells nice and fruity. Cannot confirm if it's actually kiwi scented, but it smells yummy and fruity. And this is such a good soft lip butter. I recently gave my mom a honey vanilla and she loved that one as well. But this kiwi, pear kiwi, very nice. I guess I do smell more pear. Okay, SPF. These are a really interesting SPF. Kind of products that I hate, you'll see. These are the Naked Sundays Cabana Glow Mineral Glow Serum Drops. If you watch my videos, you know, typically I don't see much purpose within my own routine of using those like bronzy glow drops, but these piqued my interest because they're a mineral SPF as well. I want to try the shade Pearl, but they also have like a bronze shade and an illuminating shade. I don't want to open all of them in case I don't end up using them, but I just want to see how these feel. Come closer so you can see the real secrets. Oh, it's already spilling out. I hate when that happens. Okay. A mess. Let's see. This better not be pilling up already. I have like nothing on my skin. No, it's not. That was like a figment of my own imagination. Hold up. Look at that glow. Ooh. Okay. Now I'm intrigued to try the bronze one to see if that does any bronzing. But this pearl color is beautiful. I mean, there really isn't much of a color. It's more so about this glow that it gives. And this glow is the kind of glow that I do enjoy underneath my makeup. And this is like SPF 50. I was totally ready to say I would not typically use a product like this in my own routine and not like it and not see myself using it. Pleasantly surprised. I think this is gorgeous. This has the same effect of a lot of legitimate primers that I would use. So the fact that it also has SPF 50 in it is a real bonus for the summer. I think this glow is stunning, and this can be worn on its own. It doesn't need foundation. The only thing I will say is it's a little bit heavier, a little bit more on the wet side, but for the SPF, I can kind of get over that. So now I'm intrigued to try the other shades. Pleasant surprise. I do have a new foundation that I've been wanting to try. What has happened to Smashbox? I haven't heard anybody talk about them recently, but you know what? I'm still interested. So this is the Always On Skin Balancing Foundation. There's nothing special about the packaging or anything, but for some reason, like, I have a good feeling about this. Let's give Smashbox some love. Okay, here's what the product looks like. I have the shade L10N using my favorite IT Cosmetics number 7 brush. Looks a little bit yellow on my skin tone, but it's blending in seamlessly. Very easy. Okay, all things considered, not a bad color match. It seems pretty lightweight, but it's giving me a medium coverage. The finish of it might be a bit distorted because of the Naked Sundays product that I use underneath, but it's not giving a bunch of glow. It seems to be pretty natural. And I'm loving the way it's blending in with this IT Cosmetics brush. Really quite effortless. It's a more liquidy consistency. The truth will be once I look closer in my mirror, but from a little bit of a distance, I'm liking what I'm seeing. And then what I like to do to kind of seal the deal on the foundation is I will take a damp sponge. Don't look at how atrocious this is looking. Sometimes products just stain it, but I'm lightly going over the product, and this will push everything into the skin, get rid of any streaks that the brush might have left behind. Okay, mirror closer, let's see. Oh, it looks nice. I mean, it's not the smoothest foundation I've ever seen on my skin, but it looks pretty natural. And I think if it settles in a little bit more with time and just combining with my natural oils, this definitely has some potential. It's giving a natural finish, medium coverage, a lightweight feel. Not bad. Now, the only reason I'm thinking that this isn't the best foundation I've ever seen is it does look like it's catching on to maybe a little bit of dry patches. Nothing offensive, because if they're there, they're there. And then I can see it sitting over a little bit of facial hair, you know, peach fuzz. That's what I'm looking for. But I'm liking it. Looking good. Okay, we're gonna get straight into the eyeshadow. I have not done a good, fun, colorful eyeshadow tutorial in a minute. I've done such a bad job of covering the indie brand eyeshadows, so I wanted to do an indie brand palette today. This is gonna be the new Fantasy Cosmetica Cradled in Ice palette, and it looks stunning. Let me show you. It is quite blue on this side. I'm a little scared of blues. So, you know I'm going to stay more to the mauvey purpley side, but I just feel like they get better and better with each launch. So I'm going to do something with this. Yeah, I haven't been covering many eyeshadows lately because I mostly cover mainstream makeup, and the mainstream makeup is doing a horrible job with eyeshadow launches. So if you're feeling that hole and the missing eyeshadow palettes, the indie makeup market, they are the ones that's hitting it. So that's where you need to be looking. Okay, so in the collection from Fantasy Cosmetica, they had these brushes that are beautiful. I need to wash mine. They also launched a handful of different pretty pressed pigments. I'm gonna stick in the Cradled in Ice palette. I didn't do anything unexpected here, but I'm gonna start off with the shade Hatching, which is this pretty blue-based purpley pink color. The one thing I will say quality-wise about this is I wish it had a little bit more pigment. I don't know if you can see. Well, you can't, that's the problem. It's just lacking in pigment, if you ask me. I'm gonna have to just build it up a little bit more than I would like. But I'm just gonna use this as the background color. So I don't love the quality of this particular color, but it's a pretty color once built up. I'd be curious to see it as a blush. And then I'm taking a smaller brush and I'm gonna go into Hideaway, which is this mauvey purple, a little bit gray, a little bit dusty. And I'm going to apply this to the outer third of the eyelid, and I'm gonna blend that like so. Bring out the eye a little bit. This shade does not lack pigment, and it's blending really beautifully. Now, the one thing I will say about these shadows is sometimes they can be a little bit too creamy, and I'm talking about the shimmers, not the mattes. When the shimmers are too creamy, they crease so easily. I feel like with every launch, they've mastered the shimmer formula a little bit better to where it doesn't get creasy. So far, the other side's holding on because I had like a whole phone call and stuff in between this. Gorge. And then I'm taking an even tighter brush and I'm going into this dark purple shade right here. I'm being very careful. I don't want too much fallout. I'm just sliding this on the upper lash line, focusing it mostly in the outer corner of the eye. And we're going to go back after I put the shimmers on, but we are going to put this little bit of a base here. Then if you want, go back into this first shade Love the tones that they picked for this palette. I love purples like this. Now I wanted to stick in the shimmers in this palette, so I'm going over to Treasure right here. How beautiful is this? It's like a little bit purpley, a little bit bluish, and I'm pressing this on the center of my eyelid. A little bit goes a long way, but I put this on while I was on a phone call on the other eye, and I went audible gasp. It was so pretty. Indie brands can do a shimmer shadow. Oh my gosh, I'm not used to seeing myself with so much eyeshadow on. So fun. And then I'm going into Frost here, which is the lightest shimmer shade in the palette. These all have like a little bit of a shift to them. This one has a little bit of a lavender shift. I'm just popping that on the inner corner of the eye. These do apply best with a finger on the eyelid. And then I'm going to zhuzh up the matte shades. So I'm reapplying layer by pressing this along the lash line just to bring that definition back out. Make sure everything is well blended. And then we'll go back to that palette to do the lower lash line later, but I do want to put on some concealer. I'm gonna start off, I don't know if this is like an under eye corrector or if it's going to suffice as a concealer, but I did actually get a couple requests for the Cali Ray Hideaway Brightening Under Eye Corrector. I got this in PR when I moved a few months ago, and so it kind of fell to the back burner, but it was a product that I did want to test. It also came with a little brush that I'm going to use. So they sent a peachy shade and a pinky shade. So the peachy shade is better for color correcting, but the pinky shade could be fun to bleed into like a pinky blush look. So I think for fun, just to try something different, because I normally would go for the peach shade, I'm going to use Dawn, which is this light pink shade. I think I've heard good things about this, and this light pink can be good for color corrector as well, but I do find like peach a little bit better for my undertones that I need. Pretty lightweight, blending like a dream. Yeah, and it's not pulling as pinky as I thought either. Let's see, what do you guys think of that? I think that brightened the eyes. It has a little bit of a glow to it. It's not completely flat. I kind of like this illumination a lot. I'm gonna bring it to right here. Ooh, that's actually quite pretty. We'll do down the nose as well to work as a little bit of a supernatural illuminator. Because you see that, right? It's not a matte finish. That added an instantly like hydrated glowy look. Wait, that's so pretty. It's not traditionally how I like an under eye corrector to go, but it's more so pretty as like a subtle illuminator on the cheek. And then I'll put something a little bit more closer to skin tone on top of the under eyes, but the finish of this, stunning. Kind of like this to brighten up the whole area here. We'll have to continue to play around with this product a little bit more, but this has the most unique, beautiful finish. I do also have a new concealer from Iconic London. These are the Radiant Concealer and Brightening Duos. These looked interesting as well. I'm gonna use Cool Light. So what's interesting about these is one side is like a cream color corrector, so this one is yellow. I can't use this side today. This is the one that you put down first to color correct, and then the more skin tone shade is a liquid concealer. I'm just gonna do the liquid over top today. This is a product that I'm going to have to come back to so I can use it for what it was intended for, but I will say this said it was Cool Light, and there is nothing light about this shade. It's kind of orange. Luckily, I did have that really light brightener underneath, so it'll keep the area looking a little bit bright, but that is not a light shade. If I had done this on its own without having that light color corrector underneath, I don't know, I'm just trying to use this in a light way now. Okay, that color was not good. It's hard to tell with the formula too, since I want to use it minimally, but it did tone down the Cali Ray color corrector. So it looks a lot more natural now, as it should. So this one is TBD. I need to use that one a lot more. I want to put down a liquid highlight. This is not new. This wasn't even in my new PR drawer. It was like in an older drawer. But I can't believe I'd never tried this. And about face, they really surprised me with a lot of their products. So I wanted to try the Light Lock highlight fluid. I'm not typically a liquid highlight fan, but if anybody can change my mind, it's about face. They do such a good job with their cream and liquid products. I love the look of this packaging. It's gorgeous. So I have the shades Shaken or Stirred. It's a pretty gold shade, which doesn't really go with my look right now, but whatever. I'm just going to put a little bit of it on the back of my hand and then apply with a sponge. Pretty. Now I don't have any powder on my face right now, so there's no powder for it to act funny with. This isn't the liquid highlight that's going to make me love liquid highlights. It's okay. Definitely not a game changer. Meh. Underwhelming, honestly. Okay. Not in love with this one, unfortunately. It just doesn't look the best. So One Size has launched 3 new colors in his very, very popular Ultimate Setting Powder formulation. So he had like a pink, a peach. He just launched for light skin tones, Ultra Peach, so I'm going to try that. But he also launched Marigold, which is a very interesting yellow shade, and then a very orangey-ish kind of shade that's really great for deeper complexions. Ultra Peach, I think, is the only one that's going to work for me, and I don't think it's going to complement today's look, but I do want to test it, so I'm just going to anyways. That's what testing videos are for. If you have dry skin like myself, be careful with this powder. It's not the best on drying skin. For this look, I definitely don't love the color, and I don't find it to be very brightening on me. Not a color I'd go out of my way to spend my money on. Like I said, I did get this in PR. He has better colors that are more complementary to my skin tone, but I did want to try it. I do think you should be a little bit deeper than me to get this to work, and that's okay that this didn't work for me. But I wanted to try it in case you were curious about the new shades. They definitely aren't one size fit all, which is fine. It's a powder. But it set the makeup, so we're going to leave it at that. Want to keep the layer light. And let's go back and finish up the eyes. I'm going to play with the blues now on the lower lash line since I have the purples. I think the shade Frozen is going to be a good one to kind of place all over the lash line. So we're going to start with this as the base color running through the lower lash line. I want to be careful not to have the color go down too far. And I'm going to go into Nest next, which is this navy color. And I'm going to keep that on the outer half of my lower lash line. This will add some depth to the look. Again, keeping it quite tight to my lash line. I'm wiping it off on a towel. And here's how we're going to bridge the top and bottom. I'm going into the darkest purple that I used. And I'm going to bring it to the outer third of the lower lash line. And that will make a seamless blend between the upper and lower lash line. And sometimes it's fun to bring like the navy that I used up on the upper lash line. I don't think I'm going to do that today, but that just made it look so much more seamless. And then of course I got to get a shimmer down there. I'm going to pop a little bit of Crystal because this is a shade I have not yet used. And this shade is one that would apply better with a finger. Not gonna lie. I'm just doing what I can and that'll have to do. I mean, that is still literally stunning. And then I'm gonna pop on a quick liner. This is from the new collection from What's Up Beauty. They launched some lipsticks that were really nice and a couple eyeliners. I'm gonna use the shade Kemet, which is a black eyeliner. It's an Egyptian themed collection. I love the deep blue packaging on this. And I'm not going to do anything crazy. I just want to keep the black really tight to the lash line. It is quite black. Ooh, I just made a little bit of a mess. Not the easiest to use. Probably better for a different look. But I wanted to dry it. A little messy. That will do for now. Gosh, this eyeshadow look, it's taking forever. I'm gonna take some of this dark purple again. Once the liquid liner is dry, I'm just gonna rub it over the liquid liner, just on the outer half, to have it looking a little bit smokier. That was a good call. This is not user-friendly, the liquid liner. It's been so long since I've used a product like it. Oh my goodness. That's on me. No creasing of the shadow yet. That's good. I almost did this off camera, but thought I'd show you. I'm taking the Cali Ray Hideaway concealer. Since it's pinky, it's gonna bridge perfectly to the pink eyeshadow that I use. And I just want to do this because my eyeshadow was looking a little bit messy, and I feel like it was because my brows were looking messy. So this is just gonna clean up the eyeshadow. I feel like you can get away with this for a more natural look, but when you're going like glam like I am, this underbrow needs to be cleaner. So that's what I'm working on off camera. And then I want to try a new mascara that's been out for like 20 years, so popular, but I recently tried Lancome Monster Big, and I was like, oh wait, Lancome really did their thing. 20 years late to that. So I'm trying their other very popular mascara, which I've tried in the past, but it's been a long time. The Definicils mascara. So I'm gonna pop this on. Oh my gosh, I forgot how thin this was. This should be nice on my puny little lashes. You will see my lashes start to shrink to their true nature because I've really slowed down on using the lash serums. I've seen too many scary TikToks. Now the liquid liner has caked up a little bit in my lashes. I hate when that happens. That's just what liquid liner does in that like painting style form. I'm just not a fan of that style of liner anymore. It's a little old school. Anyways, this isn't doing much for my lashes. Like the Monster Big, I feel like made a big difference. This is too soft if you ask me. Now while that dries before I finish my lashes, let's finish off with my bronzer and my blush. These were another item that came to me when I was in the midst of my moving. The Rem Beauty ones. Rem Beauty powder bronzer and powder blush. So finally I'm getting these on my face. These have been in the back of my mind, not leaving anytime soon to try. So I'm finally excited I can. It's in like the classic Rem Beauty packaging. What color do I want? These look deeper than I remember. I guess I'll use the shade Solar Storm, and these are the satin matte bronzers. Let's feel this. Ooh, very satiny feeling. Really no loose kick up from that. A little bit of kick up when I get my brush in. I'm gonna keep this as close to the hairline as possible because it's very warm, which is okay. Bronzer's gonna bronze, you know? But for this look, I wouldn't have picked something so orange. I promise you. It's just because I wanted to test these. But it's not the best for the eye look, and the bronziness is going to be emphasized by the cool tones of my eye. So I don't want to go too bronzed. But for a normal, like bronzed makeup look, I would definitely blend the bronzer inwards towards my brows more. But it's a very easy blend. I don't love the colors that I got. I didn't get every color in the line, so that could just be it. But it's blending fine, kind of nondescript. Let's see about the blushes. I have 3 here. So they have a little bit of a window in the packaging. Peach Planet. Wow. Strawberry Nebula. That's a contender. Pinking of You is probably our safest bet though, so I'm going to use that one. Again, a really smooth, creamy feel, similar to the bronzer. It also is a matte finish. Rem Beauty did send these brushes, but they're like weird. Not how I would use them for. So I'm just gonna use my regular one. Enough pigment, but nothing too crazy. This goes with the pink that I have in my crease, that first color. These are pretty. I like these. I mean, it's pretty difficult to mess up a powder blush formula, but these are fine. Sometimes when I go crazy and regret it immediately, I use my foundation sponge to tone it down. This look is calling for a lash. I'm going to try to see if these will stick again from Lilly Lashes. You might recall I showed these body heat activated no glue needed Lilly Lashes, and they're supposed to get up to 3 uses. I accidentally pulled some of the glue off, so I don't know, but I'm just gonna see if they will reactivate. But they stuck really good the first use, but the real kicker is going to be the second one because it was a little icky and like the glue was stretching when I took them off. That one is sticking just fine. I am pleasantly surprised about these. Like, my only thing though is, like I said, the glue stretched when I took it off the first time. But I mean, on the second application, seems pretty locked down. I don't know, these are like, they're doing what they said they would, and I am very surprised about that. For lips, I had to try this. This sounds so interesting to me. It's the Rem Beauty Lip Stain Marker. I've seen that genius tip on TikTok where they use a lip stain as a lip liner because it lasts longer. So this is the shade Booked and Busy. So let's see. Not too wet, which I like, but given the nature of the product, I imagine it's pretty unforgiving if you mess up. Okay, I'll have to eat dinner tonight and see how this lasts. And then this is one where it's not new, but I've never tried the tinted lip balms from Rhode. I only have the clear ones, and they recently sent me colored ones. So I want to use the shade Ribbon to finish off today's look. I have to say, I really like Ariana Grande's newest album. My lips are dry, girl. Okay, let's see how much of a tint this has. I know I like the formula. I've just never tried the colors. Pretty pink packaging. It is a little sheer for the lip stain. What I don't like about the lip stain is there's no real way to get it to look blurred. So I shouldn't have put it right here because it looks weird and unblended. But you know what? I sabotaged myself on that because I've never experienced a lip liner stain. Okay, let me see what I can do about that. BRB. Not loving the lips, but there's not much I can do about that. Other than that, loving the way the makeup is looking. I will be eating dinner after this so I can see how this lip stain ends up working out. I gotta practice with it. But I love the eyeshadow palette. I think it's so beautiful. The blush is really vibrant, easy to use. I'm trying to think, like, what were the standouts? I was pleasantly surprised by the Naked Sundays Cabana Glow Serum Drops. The foundation seems okay. I'm not blown away first impressions, but I'm going to see how it settles. So I wanted to update you on the foundation wear. Look at this. This is not great, and it's only been a few hours. I don't know that I've ever had a foundation do that. It's looking a little dry on the forehead, nothing crazy, but did not end up loving the wear time of this. I didn't like the liquid liner, but that's just a product I'm not into. Pleasantly surprised by this Cali Ray. It's a bit different than I expected. One size, didn't like this color on me, but that's a personal problem. Didn't care for the liquid highlighter. Not caring for Definicils. The Rem Beauty bronzer and blush are fine. And I don't know about the lip products. I mean, I like the Rhode lip butters, but I want to test the different colors. I don't like pairing it with this Rem Beauty lip stain, and vice versa. Okay, anyways. I hope you guys enjoyed this good old brand new makeup to me, makeup play sesh. All of these products are going to make their way into my speed review drawer where I will be testing these in many other ways with many other products before I give you my final thoughts on them. But I had a good time hanging out with you guys. I hope you had a good time with me as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye guys, have a good one.